Beautiful weather today. Thank the good Lord for that. Thought we stayed healthy for the most part. Thank the good Lord for that. Just, really want to thank the good Lord for this opportunity we have, and how far we've come and everything we've done over the past 3 years to build it to this point. Thought it was a really good day. The main thing that I really liked, besides we stayed healthy for the most part, was it was almost the exact opposite of the last scrimmage from the standpoint of last scrimmage, the offense started hot and the defense reacted and finished strong. And today the defense, I thought, started hot and the offense kind of reacted and finished strong outside of the turnover right there by Rambo at the end, which was a great strip by Jay Stanley as well. So, some good, some bad. Like you want in a scrimmage if you're the head coach. You want to see some plays made by both sides, which we've seen in our last two. And, all in all, it's been a good spring. We've got another little situation. We got one more helmets practice, which y'all know I hate helmets practice, but we'll use it to work some situations. And then we got one more day where we'll use it as a young guy developmental day, because we've got a lot of older guys. We'll probably hold them out. Happy about how far we've come over a 3-year process to get to this point. We still got ways to go, though. We got ways to go in our football program. We got ways to go outside of our football program to continue to improve and grow. But I do like where we're headed, and obviously, man, excited to be here and excited about where we're going. So with that, I'll open it up.
Coach, you talking about just the building and the growth. How does maybe this spring compare to like the first one? Are you starting to see that you guys are stacking spring games on top of each other in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, somebody asked me the other day, and I said it's like comparing apples to oranges. It's just a totally different dynamic. I mean, when we got here, our first spring, we didn't even have enough people to really do a scrimmage or anything like that. We had 7 scholarship O-linemen, and 1 scholarship quarterback when we got here. So, I mean, we couldn't even have a real college practice. And 3 years later, we can. We've got 2 full groups going through spring. We'll have 4 full groups in fall camp. So it's apples to oranges, man. It's been a tough building this thing back, but it's been good. Now that we're over it and through it, nothing great or good comes easy. We certainly had our tough times going through it, but we knew that when we came, and we're excited about what we've gotten to this point.
Speak on Quest Neal, and he had a good play today. It seems like he's going to be a big part of that secondary.
Oh, man. So first, Ackerman, Mississippi, right? Small Mississippi football town, Choctaw County High School. Just a tough kid. Went to Colin, played for Glenn Davis and those guys there, and he's really just fit into our culture off the bat. And we knew he would, because we knew him out of high school. We knew him out of JUCO. And, Coach Stringer's kin to Coach Davis and those guys at Colin, so we really felt we got an honest evaluation of his character. He's really taken to Coach Wilson's coaching. He's a ball hawk. He was a great offensive player in high school as well, which we love with our defensive kids. And, he's had a great spring, man. I really think he's got a chance to be a really good football player. He's Southern Miss, right? He's like Ackerman, Mississippi, Colin, Southern Miss. I mean, he's what we're about.
Coach, looks like Drake Clark's going to be a big part of what y'all do next year. A nice ad for you guys.
Huge addition. Him and Kenyon both. Kenyon was out today. Glenn, you're here every day. Kenyon's had a phenomenal spring, and Drake has too. So, when you add those two in the mix with Frank, we've gone from, we feel like we've got a really, really legitimate, bona fide Division I running back room. And then Chandler Pittman and Rambo at the super position have also had great springs. See you, Alex. See you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you again. And so, again, it's just another position where when we got here, we had some good players. Now we've got a lot of good players, which you should when you recruit well over a period of time. We're excited about Drake. Drake's another Southern Miss kid. Starkville, Mississippi State, played for Chris Jones there. I signed him at Memphis. He goes up there, and we get him back down here, and we're certainly proud he's here.
Coach, what have you seen just from the defensive side of the ball? I know some changes in staffing there with the D coordinator. How did you see the guys kind of make those adjustments, and how do you see him kind of run things out there?
Yeah, well, first off, I think we've really improved our tackling throughout spring. I thought we had our best tackling day today, and I thought that showed, and that alleviates big plays, right? We've got 5 really good football players that weren't able to go through spring. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Josh Carr, Swayze Bozeman, Hayes Maples, and TQ Newsome, it's going to be good to get them back in the summer along with our other signees. I believe in Dan. I mean, obviously, I've been planning on hiring Dan really about 6 months into hiring him as DB coach. I knew we would lose our previous D coordinator at some point, Austin, and I knew Dan was going to be the next guy. I mean, he's just got that about him. He's a football lifer. He's a leader. He's a phenomenal human being. He's a football encyclopedia, highly intelligent guy with great character. So I'm excited about that. And our whole defensive staff. I'm excited about Dwight Wilson coming in here and what he brings to the table. Another Vicksburg, Mississippi. He's been all over the state. And, so I think our D staff is a really good staff. I believe in them, and we're excited about the growth and what we can do there.
Coach Jalen Sims got to the quarterback 3 times.
Yeah.
Can you talk about him and his progression?
He is going to be a really good football player. Fultondale High School, we signed him at Memphis when I was there, and then he goes to Colin. Again, another Colin guy with Glenn Davis and them. He comes in, you could just see him getting better all throughout spring because of him learning the scheme. And it's been awesome for him and Kobe Cage as transfers. It's been awesome for them too with Hayes, Swayze, and TQ Apples. They've gotten a ton of reps. And it didn't look so good early because they didn't know the language, they didn't know what to do. But it's looked a lot better late. You can see their talent, they're good kids. And so when you get those 3 guys that are injured back, we should have a lot of depth at linebacker. Jacob Johnson comes in as a high school kid out of St. Paul's that we're high on. And I think we got a chance to have a really good inside linebacker core.
Coach,
You go.
Jaleel Clemens, if you can speak about the playmaking ability.
Unbelievable. You could argue he's been the best player on our team this spring. I'm just proud of how he's grown as a person. Another Southern Miss kid, Starkville, Mississippi. Chris Jones, signed him at Memphis. Transfers down here with us. Was a good player last year, but now going into year 2, he knows the system. Because of that, we can do more with him and line him up in multiple spots. Him and Coach Kreiner have a really unique, good relationship, and he's taken to Coach Kreiner's coaching. If Jaleel can stay healthy, he's a force now. And then you talk about him and Hobbs and Josh Carr, and then Tyrese Hopkins has come along as well. Some legitimate pass rush ability, with those guys. But Jaleel's had a phenomenal spring, and he's had a great spring doing things y'all don't always see. He's a better person. He's better being responsible. He's better being accountable. He's better projecting positive energy. He's better in understanding his impact and how he can touch lives. And you can see it carrying over to the field, and I'm excited about him.
Coach, what have you seen from the quarterbacks this spring?
Oh, man, it's been a good spring. It really has. They've really taken to the system quickly. They spend a lot of time and energy in there studying it. They're really good at the things you can't see, protection checks, run checks, functionality behind the O-line. They're very accurate, and they've had good springs. We're glad. We're glad they're all here, and those 2 transfers, Billy and Holman and Billy, they've really upgraded the talent in that room and upgraded the standard too, I think, as well. And it's been fun to coach them and fun to watch them.
Well, it seems like this spring y'all been able to feature your running backs and your super backs a little bit more in your passing game. Is that by design or just it's more opportunities to do so?
Well, Glenn, we've really featured everybody more in the passing game. You know what I mean? It's one of those deals where we're way better up front, and we're functioning at a high level at quarterback. So now we're way better on the O-line. We're functioning better at quarterback, and all of a sudden, people are getting more touches. You know what I mean? And now we want to utilize the talents we got, but you definitely will see our running backs more involved in the passing game, but you'll also see everyone more involved in the passing game because we feel like we're going to be able to function so much better in the passing game.
Speaking of that passing game, who do you see stepping up in that wide receiver room? Historically, Southern Miss always has A1 wide receiver. I see Zay Franks making plays out there. You got Ty Quan coming in. Just how you see those wide receivers competing up.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that room. Jacarius Castle's had a phenomenal spring. Frogs had a good spring, really good spring. We think he was a guy last year that was kind of unsung. He was open a lot. We just couldn't get him the ball. And Ty Mims is a young guy that's really coming on. So, they've had dynamic springs. And then Ty Quan has really come on. We're glad he's here. Zay Franks and Davis Dalton are 2 young guys that are coming along. And, we got Javion Butler coming in the summer, and Matt Nixon's here coming off an injury. So we feel like that's going to be a really talented position that's got a chance right there.
Coach Brandon Hayes covering well.
Yes, there's another one too. Brandon Hayes. Brandon Hayes was one of the best players on our team last year. Through fall camp, you could argue he was a top 5 to top 8 player on our team. He's been cleared. You see him doing some scale and stuff in a red jersey. He'll be cleared this summer. So getting him back, fastest player on our team, really good, so he, again, that's another wide out, that we think can really do some.
Coach, just where do you go from here? Spring kind of wrapping up. What's your vision on the summer and heading into fall camp?
Yeah, so first off, we've got a situational day with helmets Monday. And then we got a young guy scrimmage. We want to get through that, and we want to finish out the semester strong academically. And then we'll let them off in May. We'll get them back right at the end of May for summer school. And we just keep going. You know, Demas, the next phase of our program. Coaches will get out in spring recruiting here at the end of April and early May. And just keep wanting to get a little bit better every day, you know, with what we got. We'll obviously monitor the portal. The portal will open up again this summer. The portal's been good to us here because we've built a reputation as a culture kids want to be in with the way we treat them. And we think there's a lot of kids from nearby that'll probably get in the portal. And so we'll monitor that and, you know, keep recruiting and keep going, man. I mean, there's just the way it's the next step, you know.
Coach, you got to be encouraged by the run blocking that you saw today from them.
Yeah, it's been consistent all spring. You know, we're just a lot better right there. We're older, we're more experienced, we're more talented. It's our second year with Sam Gregg, who's a great coach, and they just really understand what's going on, and it's been good to see. You know, I think, you know, it'll be, you know, by far our best front we've put out there since we've been here. You know, and I think they've got a chance if they continue to work to be a legitimately, really bona fide good offensive front, you know, in the Sun Belt Conference.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank y'all so much.